time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
What's good, everybody? We got a Victory Monday going on. You know,
Thank you.
Beat the Rams on Thursday. Unfortunately, the week before it wasn't. It was Manic Monday. You know, but it's what we get.
It's all
like
good.
That.
It happens. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And honestly, Ty, this is how I look at the Jags game. All right. We shot ourselves in the foot. You know, everyone's like, oh, Brock Purdy threw 2 INTs. It's kind of like, yes, he did. But he had a lot of high throws. And what I saw was the guy putting his plant foot down, his toe shooting pain while it was throwing. It obviously, you know, if something's in pain, it's going to affect your reflexes. So that's what I saw, is a guy in pain trying to throw a ball, and he was like 2 inches high the whole time. You know, I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know what everybody else saw, but that's what I saw.
Yeah,
and
just inconsistent. Some throws are good, some throws are bad. Obviously affected him. So, you know, we can't have these players out there when they're injured, man. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, we really can't, you know. And I mean, that game, it was like we were in it until we weren't, you know. Yeah. And
we were in it to the very end.
Yeah, special teams allowed to run back for a touchdown. If it wasn't for that, who knows what would have happened. But we were in it until Armstead decided to, you know, basically truck roll freaking Brindell and Pooney. I don't know. You know, it is just one of those things, right?
Brock held on to the ball too long on that play also. Like, Jake Ton just wide open underneath. As soon as his back foot hit, he should have let that thing fly. You know, that's part of the inconsistent play from him on that day.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And, you know, Armstead just really slapped his hands. He didn't even get a big hit at him. He just reached out and slapped his hands and knocked the ball out. It was that kind of day for us. That's basically the whole day. That play was like the whole day in a nutshell offensively. It was bad, you know.
It was bad, you know, and they had 17 points off of turnovers. Our defense, you know, you can only give them a short field so many times, you know.
Yeah, they basically played with their backs against the wall the entire game. Yeah, so what could you do? Yeah.
Of course, what was that? 3 quarters without Bosa? Or was it the game before he got hurt?
That was the game. It was the game before. Yeah, that was the whole game without him. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just one of those things. You know, we're missing, like, you know, we lost that, and then it was a short week, so we had to, you know, develop short-term memory loss here, and
had to
put it remember how to play good, right?
Yeah,
like
that game wasn't our typical game, so it was easy to put behind us, I feel.
Yes, and it was an AFC opponent, so it doesn't necessarily hurt us that bad, but still having an L is having an L, you know.
Yeah. And you never want to lose at home, so it's that whole thing going.
We moved on. Yep. We're missing our starting wide receivers, current starting wide receivers. We're missing our starting quarterback. We're missing our starting tight end. We're missing, you know, Nick Bosa. As the game went, Kalia Davis, who's actually was playing good so far this year, broke his hand. So he was out. So it was like,
we lost one more. We lost one more, remember?
What were our chances of beating the Rams? What were you thinking going in? What were our chances of beating the Rams?
I thought we could beat them. I picked us to win because we always play them tough, no matter who's on the field. Kyle Shanahan knows that team, knows it well. I knew he'd devise a plan. The one key for me was that with Robert Saleh back, he knows their plan. He knows their offense. He'd be able to devise something to hold them, limit their scoring as well. So I knew it'd be a close, drag-out game, and I felt we could win it. We could win it. We saw Mac Jones take over 2 games prior, played well. He played with all those backups before, so it's no big deal for him. He still had a receiver in Kendrick Bourne, and he's used to playing with Robinson and Jake Tonjes and those guys. So it's like, there's nothing really we're losing, and we still had CMC. So offensively, I was like, okay, we could put up points. We'll be fine. I think we got a chance to win this. We could win this. That's the way I felt.
Oh, yeah. And, I picked us to win. I had my doubts, though, because we were missing just so much. It's like, no Purcell, no Jennings. I was going, man. It just keeps getting worse every week. But, but I still picked us to win, And then the game came up, and I was watching it, and we were up like 14-0 at one point. I was like, and the big X group. I was like, whoa, pump the brakes. Still got 2 quarters to go. It's like, whoa. And, the Rams did mount a comeback, and they sure tried, Well,
they did. They mounted that comeback, tied it all up.
Yep.
I mean, it was a typical close, 49ers-Rams game.
And then Jordan Elliott with the, mammoth hand gets in there and blocks. Did he block that extra point, if I remember right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
According to 49ers fans, though, that's a miss by the kicker. But we're going to say what it really was. It was a block by Jordan Elliott. Yeah. He got great penetration. Head right up the A gap. Got his hand up and blocked that kick. It was beautiful.
And it was beautiful, and it's plays like that will win you a game, folks.
Yep.
Plays like Alfred Collins, the 2nd round pick, which I've seen quite a people go, oh, this guy's a bust. He's a 2nd round pick. Okay, do you expect him to get a sack every game? I'm not sure what you're expecting out of him here, but honestly, he was hurt in the preseason. It's going to take him a minute to get going. And it looked like he got going this last game.
Literally his 5th game, right? And in the games prior, remember, he was part of a heavy rotation. We discussed this. This is why we kept all those defensive linemen, so that we could rotate them heavily, keep them fresh. But as you mentioned, we lost Kalia Davis. We were already down a few linemen, right? So he had to play more reps. He had to play more snaps. So that gave him the opportunity to shine. And when we needed somebody to make a play, he stepped up and made a big one in a big way. Anytime you can stop a touchdown, that's huge.
I mean, just, ripping that ball out and, doing the mind thing. I was going, I was like, as soon as that play happened, I saw him go to Kyron Williams. I was like, oh, no. At first, the first second, I was like, oh, no. Then all of a sudden, I saw the tackle, and I saw all the Niners players going. I saw
they jumped up and was pointing, yeah. I was like, it's out, it's ours. And I was just waiting to see a replay to make sure, because in those tight goal line situations, you always got to look at a replay. Was his knee down right before the ball came out? All that stuff.
Yeah.
But it was clear. That thing was out. And it bounced right to Alfred Collins' way. So it was a great play. Great.
Oh, yeah. So we got Bebop in the chat.
What's up, Bebop?
What's up, buddy? Bryant, what's going on,
BC's
buddy?
in the house. What's up, brother?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're a pretty good football team, but you know how I feel about them.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, boy. Oh, there's Jess. What's going
What's up, Jess?
on? Jaguars got lucky. Man, we played like absolute crap, and they did get lucky.
They did. If like all of their points basically came off the turnovers. The defense only really gave up one drive, and that was that long 89-yard drive. But other than that, they were lights out. And in the second half, the defense shut them down. The only time they scored was a field goal, which once again came off of a turnover. They had a short field. They were automatically in field goal range. Like the best we can do is hope for a block kick, right? Which didn't happen. So they really got lucky that game, that we just had one of those bad anomaly games where everything went wrong.
Now, Brian, this is kind of a relative question, because it's like whoever's in is the starting number one offense. I mean, it's like,
yeah.
And you are right. There's a lot of people hurt. We'll just have to keep an eye on the practice, and injury report this week. And second string seems to be the backbone at this point. That shows that, hey, in the past we haven't had depth, right?
Well, we had depth. They just didn't play, right? Because it was hard to get those, not hard. They just wouldn't get those backups on the field. Just think of how many times we'd be like, hey, why isn't this player playing? Why isn't this guy in the rotation more, etc.? But now they are. It's unfortunately due to injury, but they're out there. What did he put up? Put his up on the screen.
Oh, man. I don't think we can make this comparison, because it's like, okay, go for it.
Our Mac and Brock, the new Joe Montana and Steve Young. We need
competition. QB competition. We need.
Well, let's not. The quarterback wasn't the problem back then. Like, we were fine.
It got us back-to-back Super Bowls, didn't it?
We won Super Bowls then, but okay, let's think about that though. How did we get those back-to-back Super Bowls? Remember, before that, Bill Walsh was flip-flopping between the two. Sometimes Youngs would start, sometimes Montana would start. It was very flip-floppy. Then in 88, he was like, okay, screw this. Joe, you're the starting quarterback. Let's do this. Boom. Next thing you know, back-to-back Super Bowls. Like, he made a decision on which guy is ultimately the guy. And then the offense got rolling again. We went back-to-back. I mean, it's great competition between Mac and Brock. I don't think it's really that much. I mean, Brock is the guy, but it's good to see Mac do well.
Now, the next question's a very interesting one. We'll say hi to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights first. He's the local resident Rams fan. He's a good guy.
All right.
So I don't mind him. It's the Rudies and yeah. And this is a good question, because they did buy a soccer team, right?
Yeah.
So should the Yorks sell the team, focus on soccer?
Why? Like, if the 49ers were a bad organization, they were tanking and all that other stuff, yeah, go do that. But they're not. Jed's a great owner. We have a great team, great product. We have a good stadium. It's not great. It could use an upgrade in certain places, but no, I don't think he should sell a team at all.
Now, I look at the Yorks like this. At first, it was Ed DeBartolo was running the team, and then obviously he had to give it to his sister.
Exactly.
But at first, it's kind of like I don't think they quite knew what they were doing, honestly.
Well, no.
And they had some growing pains, you know, and we as fans that have been around that long have been through these growing pains, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And, you know, that they had some lessons to learn. The lessons have been learned. And we're at the point where it's like, can we get a Super Bowl? I mean, that's pretty much all we got left to accomplish here.
And we were close. You remember when Denise took over, like you said, this wasn't her forte, right? Eddie always ran things. And she basically gave the team to her husband, right? Okay, you're a businessman. You run things. He didn't know anything about running a football team. He was just in it for the business of it. Right? So big mistakes were made, like you said. Then, of course, when Jed became of age, he was always going to be the successor. They handed it to him, but he had to learn the ropes as well and get his groove going and everything. But now that he has, look at the heights we've reached. I mean, we're contenders. We're always in it.
It's like the new thing, like buying boats got boring, you know. That's what... Oh man, that's funny. But stop, Kenny. Look at what he did this last game, buddy. He's coming around. Come on. But you know, we got actually, you know, we beat the Rams. The Cardinals lost to the Titans.
Yep.
Pretty much blew their own toe off losing that game.
Hey, that's their problem. Go Titans.
Titans. Exactly it.
Tighten up, tightens up, whatever the slogan is, go.
Yeah. And the Seahawks lost at home to the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings up another subject here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
No, Kenny, because that guy was out for like 3 years with a knee injury.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Corona, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, David?
That's right. That's right. That's exactly what we did on Thursday.
Yeah, screw them. Always good to beat them, especially in the house that they're renting.
It is. You know, I saw this thing on social media. This guy was saying, would the Rams beat us if they were out Stafford, Nakua, Adams, and Verse? I was thinking they wouldn't stand a chance, would they?
Yeah, exactly. If the shoe was reversed, the shoe was on the other foot, would they even stand a chance? The answer would be no.
You'd have James in the game throwing to Fred Warner. You know, I'd probably make Fred Warner's night.
Yeah, I know. Missed the only throws in between the numbers. But yeah. You know, it just tells you
good thing
the good team we have.
We did get a guy back from injury. He broke his thumb a few weeks ago. We got CJ West back. You know, who
played
back in the rotation, got a few more snaps when Kalia Davis went out.
Yeah, he had to. Like I said, because of Kalia Davis's injury and others, these guys had to get more snaps, more rotation. I don't think they wanted to use CJ West as much as they did, but they had to, and he played well.
I am not seeing anything about Alfred Collins being hurt here. Like, what are you talking about, Kenny?
They said he tweaked something after the game. They had announced it. He tweaked something, but I don't think it's anything serious. I think it was like just a day-to-day thing.
I mean, it's Monday. They're not going to have anything on the injury report yet.
No, because it wasn't. Today was more just walkthroughs and treatment as far as the practice went. Like the real practice will be on Thursday, on Wednesday. Exactly. The real practice is on Wednesday. So that's when, Kyle will announce injuries and such.
Red Zone. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's cracking? No, look, there's Bryant. Can the Niners defense slow down Tampa Bay? Definitely. I mean, they don't have. I don't think they have Evans. I think he's out for a minute, but they got Godwin back, right?
Yeah, they got Godwin
now
back.
They got the rookie like Ibuka, I think his name is.
Yep.
And Godwin.
Yep.
And Baker be baking, like
yeah, he's playing very good ball. He's a good quarterback. He's been a good quarterback for years, right?
Well, shout out to the Cleveland Browns. I mean, they're probably, wanting to bury their face in the dirt right now because they decided to trade or get rid of that guy for another guy, that big guaranteed contract, and they're still paying him.
Still paying him.
He's still not starting right now. So.
Nope.
Hold on a second. I don't see Steve-O. Oh.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, so just said Alfred Collins has a knee day to day.
I actually talk to Steve-O a couple times a week, so I know he's around.
Cool.
I don't know. Do we need 30 points to beat these guys? That's the question of the day.
It would be nice to score 30. Like I said, this offense needs to score touchdowns. Like we can get to 30, but getting there, we need it via the touchdown. We need 3 and 4 touchdowns a game. And then we supplement that with 1 or 2 field goals to hit that number. Ever since last year, we've been scoring 1 to 2 touchdowns and asking our kicker to kick 5 to 6 field goals a game to reach that mark. That's not sustainable, as we saw last year. Like that's not a championship formula. So we got to start scoring 3+ touchdowns a game.
I can't argue with that, but like Brian, I just said Baker's baking, and he baked him some sea chicken yesterday.
Yep.
So
he's playing great ball. He's got that offense rolling. I thought the loss to Leo Cohen as his OC would, hurt them a little bit, but no, he's still got that thing rolling. So, to answer his question, yes, I think we can slow them down. I mean, we slowed them down last year, if you remember, held them to 20 points, right? This year,
they had Mike Evans, Godwin. I believe they had everybody.
Yeah, they had everybody last year. We held them to 20 points. This year, with a better defensive coordinator and a better overall playing defense, we should be able to hold them down. Keep them from scoring what they scored yesterday, 35, 38 points, whatever it was. I don't see that happening against
Seattle's
us.
defense is supposed to be really good too. It was like
supposed to be.
I was looking at that like, huh? Are you kidding? Like,
yeah, they're supposed to be.
Honestly wondering if Seattle has a homeitis. You can't win a home game. I mean, they beat the Saints, but
it's Saints.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's their only home win so far this season. The other 2 games they played us, they lost.
Yeah.
They played the Bucs, they lost.
Yeah.
So the 12th man, nope, it's 10 men right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah, we're on top of the NFC West, folks. 3-0. 3-0 in the NFC West.
3-0 in the division.
4-0 in the division. In the NFC.
NFC, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. The rule, take care of your division first, and the rest can kind of take care of itself. So it's good to see us coming out the gate, taking care of the division, getting things right.
Oh boy. He might be. The thing is
Who?
at the beginning of the season, I was looking at Brock's numbers against Tampa Bay. I was like, oh man, like I can't wait for this Tampa Bay game, but he's probably not going to be playing.
Yeah, he's not
Hopefully
playing.
not.
So what is there to avenge? Like for him, it's just win the game.
I know we're gonna have old Mac Jones doing the.
Yeah, like there's nothing to avenge there. I just think he's going to come out and play his game, do his thing. Try to get that team to a win.
Memes. I don't know who wears 0 for the Rams, but they kind of bumped into him. He's like,
yeah,
people have made so
Verse,
many memes. It's hilarious.
Does Verse wear 0 or 8?
Verse wears 8.
He wears 8. Okay.
It might have been, was it Byron Young? Does he wear 0?
I don't really pay attention to them much.
But yeah, people just made so many memes, though. It is fantastic.
Yeah. As they should. He played a hell of a ball game. Battled. He was out there battling, overcoming cramps and such. It was good to see.
They go back to college, but Bosa's not going to be on the field.
Yeah, so. Bosa's out. So, and he won't even make the trip there. So it's like, what revenge would there be? If
he just had surgery. He don't need to be flying on his stinking plane right now.
Man, Brock Purdy didn't get on a plane because of his toe. So Bosa's not going to be there. Right?
Mm-mm.
And that was only an hour flight from San Francisco to LA. Imagine flying across country. Bosa's not going to be there.
Now, Brent. Now, Mac Jones took some hits, and honestly, I was looking at the game. I saw the refs missing calls, but then I was trying to watch it with unbiased eyes, which is incredibly hard. All right, incredibly hard. All right, and I saw it's like someone grabbed Stafford's face mask, not called. I saw a couple things that was like but then I saw I think it was Byron Young or someone hits Mac Jones and falls on him with all his body weight. It's like, isn't that
that was either Verse or Young? Yeah.
And
it's supposed to be.
I saw another guy go low on Mac Jones.
I saw that too. That's the one I was looking for the most. Because you're not supposed to go low at all. Yeah.
I was like, dude, come on. Like, we have this guy on the bench. I don't even know his name. I keep calling him L. I know his first name. It's Adrian. No, it's Martinez? Adrian Martinez. I learned his name. Okay.
But why is he there?
I was actually saying he's Adrian Gonzalez or something one time. I was like, I don't even know who the guy is. Okay. No offense, buddy. I just don't know who you are. But it was like, and it's like, dude, we got this guy that nobody knows him. Like, he's on our bench. He's the backup. Like, will you guys throw a flag and make the Rams think twice before doing this? Like, nope, they didn't. So he was getting the ball out quick, though, against the Rams, wasn't he?
Yeah. Kyle called for a quick pass
2 seconds, ball out.
Get the ball out quick, protect your quarterback. Don't want him getting hurt, taking hits, and having Adrian Martinez come to the game. Man. So get a quick passing game, get him into a rhythm.
He was hurting, though. We saw he was hurting throughout the game. He's like over on the sideline. You see him rubbing some dirt on it, running around, getting it loose.
That's what you do.
It's like, it's kind of like me at work. If I'm stuck in a position, I got to rub some dirt on the knee.
Yep.
And loosen it up, and then I'm good to go.
Yeah, I think that thing tightened up on him. It was hurting, but they got it loosened up. They didn't work on it at all or anything. He just kind of walked it off, which is good. I think the biggest thing for him was just the cramping that he went through. So,
and I saw he had a brace on under his pants there. So it's like
because he has the PCL sprain or whatever it is.
And I feel them because I got a sleeve on my right. You know, I've had a compression sleeve on my right for the last couple of weeks, and it's actually making a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying that's what you got to do, Mac, but you know, this is old guy here, so I'm just saying.
Trust me, he's got way better equipment going on than you do,
and better health care. So
yeah, exactly.
You know,
they got $1 million staff patching these guys up. He's fine.
Yeah, I heard we even have like a whole hospitaling like dedicated. Oh, I'm just ouch. I'm sorry, folks. Well, you know, as the season goes, you know, the team gets beat up. Right now, the season's going and we're definitely beat up.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's kind of like as the season goes, we're gonna get guys back. You know, like I'm knocking on wood when I say this. What happens if we get all these guys back and everyone's healthy?
That's the hope. That's the plan.
Like our wide receiver core, like Valdez Scantling, sorry, bro. You know, that's going to be the interesting part. You know, Jordan Watkins, they just keep leaving him inactive. That's Kyle in his red shirt. Maybe he's saving him hurt or something.
I gotta believe he's still hurt. Yeah,
they have him listed with a calf.
Yeah, no, it was something.
They had him listed with a calf.
It was something more than that. That's going to take a while. I gotta look it up. But
yeah, the last injury report I looked at, it said calf, but then I swear the one before that said something about ankle. But then it's like, hold on, could it just be the whole leg? Like, just be honest with us here.
Yeah,
you know,
they tend to be vague sometimes. So who knows?
But you know, either way, we haven't seen Jordan Watkins yet. You know, Jacob Cowing, I do not know when he's due back. I guess he's an afterthought at this point.
Nah, he tore his hamstring, so he won't be back for a while.
And, you know, they said, 6 weeks from when he did it? And I'm like, well, it's been that long.
Torn hamstrings take more than that.
That's what I was thinking, too. When I read that article, I'm like, hold up.
Yeah, that's that football talk.
I know I'm old and it'd take me longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, that's that football talk. Oh, 6 weeks. No, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Ooh, I'd love to get now. Watkins has good hands and speed, so I would love to see him out there.
Yeah,
you know, I would love to see him out there. But it's like, okay, so all these other wide receivers, like we got DeMarcus Robinson back now. The first game he's back, I'm actually asking my friends, what number does he wear? Because I don't see this guy on the field. Like, what's going on here? And then I saw him on the field like right after that in the play. Number 5 is what he wears.
Yeah.
You know,
he wears 5.
I was like, I was going, huh? Like, come on, Kyle, he was suspended 3 games. He's a veteran. Put him out there. Yeah,
he was out there.
But he did get some good plays this last game. So he's only 2 games with us now. You know, 3rd game should be a little bit better. And then, you know, we got Kendrick Bourne having probably one of the best games of his career, you know, this last game. He laid off the greasy food before the game, you know, and was able to hold on to the ball. So good for him. But, you know, it's pretty much like those 2. Jordan Watkins. Then we get guys like, you know, Jennings and Purcell back. All right, there's 5. Now we still have Sky Moore, our returner, and Valdez Scantling on the roster. So that's 7. Yep. So it's kind of like at that point, someone's got to go, right?
Yeah. And you can see it'll be Valdez Scantling. Like, you can't get rid of Sky Moore. He's your return man. You need him.
He's been pretty reliable too. I'm gonna knock on wood while I'm saying that too, folks.
Yeah. So Valdez Scantling, who hasn't done much of anything, he's the low man on the totem pole. Remember, he was brought in last to be here too. So it'll be the first to go.
Yep. And then we'll be down to 6. We'll have 6 at that point with everybody back and healthy. And then way later in the season, possibly Brandon Ayuk, although they will not give us a timeline on his return currently, which
they don't know.
Which makes me think he's not playing this year.
Come on, man.
That's what makes me think that.
They don't know. This was not a typical, he tore his ACL. That takes 12 months. No. He tore up his entire knee.
Yes. It was an ACL, I think an MCL or something. And then I actually read the article. The doctor said when they went in, it was his ACL, his MCL, and more damage, which they weren't very specific about.
Yeah. He tore up everything in there. So they had to repair it all. So no one knows exactly when he'll be back. You know, he went out, what was it, late October? That game was?
It was week 7. It was week 7. So that would be mid to late October. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So if you think about that, week 7 this year, that's your minimum point that he'll return. Right? Then it extends from there. So we just got to wait on him.
And that's the thing is, like all the people that want to trade him, it's like, what would you get for a guy that hasn't hit the field?
Yeah.
You know, coming off of a severe knee injury, you wouldn't get anything for him.
He has a big contract, and no one knows if he'll even play. Who's going to trade for that?
Not tradable. He's not tradable. This is how I look at it. He's not tradable.
Well, you have to be an idiot to trade for him.
Hey, there are idiots in the NFL.
And there are idiots, but I think they have to be an idiot. There has to be a statute of limitations on their idiocy, right? You can only be so dumb. It was like, hey, I got this player. He's really good. But he's got a big contract and we don't know when he's going to play. But he'd be really good for it.
You have a job, right? Oh no, that's right. That's right. But it's just one of those things. You never know when he's going to be back.
Yeah.
If he does come back, then all of a sudden the Niners have a hard choice to make if everyone's healthy at that point, right? So
I don't think so. Whoever's at the bottom of the totem pole, they just get bumped. It's whoever it is. Pearsall, Jennings. We know Pearsall and Jennings isn't going anywhere.
That's right.
Like, you know what I mean?
I think I kind of feel like Kendrick Bourne's going to be around the rest of the season. So
Bourne will be around. Sky Moore is there. So if you got a Jordan Watkins,
Robinson, who we signed to a 2-year deal, that's 5.
Yeah.
You got Jordan Watkins, the rookie. Maybe they just put him on injured reserve or something.
Yeah, exactly. They do that roster juggling and put him down. Yeah.
Maybe he'll stub his toe at home and get put on, injured reserve.
Exactly.
Who knows, right?
Well, he'll come out with that mysterious calf injury again, and we won't see him.
It's roster joke. Every NFL team does that. I don't care.
Every team does it. Every team does it. It's not just us. Every team does it. Juggling, stashing players, saying they're injured. They're not. They're just stashing them. We see it all the time.
Now, Bryant, this is an excellent question that we won't know the answer until maybe tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm thinking Wednesday.
I would look at the Wednesday injury report after practice to see where those guys are.
Yeah, see if they even practice. Are they out there at all? Are they on the side practicing, or are they with the team? So we'll see.
I truly feel like having just one of the two back would benefit us going to Tampa.
Yeah, we need one or two. That would be fine. But we have our trio offensively right now, so just getting one back is just more firepower for us. So we'll be okay.
Now, Brent, the question is, do we actually have a number one wide receiver?
Heard a rumor Ricky isn't. Well, you must have heard that rumor from a Rams fan, Cardinals fan. Like, why isn't he?
If you look at the numbers, he's our number one wide receiver. You know,
he was our number one wide receiver weeks 17 and 18 last season.
Yep.
Like, this is not nothing. If you've been paying attention, this is not anything new. Kyle went to him last season, said, "You're the number one. I'm calling your number. I'm going to you. Let's see how you respond." And he stepped up and responded big time. And that has carried over into this season. So he has all the makings of a one. That's why he's out there.
Now, if you look at the number of receptions, yes, CMC is. I mean, you just can't argue with that. If they get the run game going, this guy could end up with another 1,000 season. I'm knocking on wood. Hopefully they get the run game going and we see it.
Wait, it's two different descriptions, though. CMC is the number one receiver, period. He's the number one option in the offense, period. So if you're just saying receiver in the offense, who's the number one receiver in the offense? It's Christian McCaffrey. But if you define it and go, who's the number one wide receiver, speaking of the wide receiver room, it'd be Ricky Pearsall. That's all it is. Just like you say, hey, who's the number two receiver in the offense? Well, we all know that's George Kittle, right? When healthy, he's the number two receiver in the offense. But if you ask, hey, who's the number two wide receiver? Then you go Juwan Jennings.
Now, I'm going to be brutally honest here. We still don't have a rushing touchdown, too. So it's kind of.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
We're
still I know.
Who cares? But hold on. We talked about, the Jags game and Brock's inconsistency in that game. If you go back to the Seattle game, there was a touch of inconsistency in that game as well. Because remember, we scored the touchdown to George Kittle right in front of the end zone where Brock threw him a dart. He scored. We came back later in the game and basically ran the same play to Ricky Pearsall, who was wide open for a touchdown. Brock throws it late, right? Inconsistent in his throwing, and it got broken up. So Ricky did his part. He was open, could have had a touchdown. Quarterback didn't do his part. So you can't just look at the numbers and say, oh, he's not doing his job. He is. But someone else has to do theirs. But touchdowns have been hard to come by for the team overall. And that's why, David, I said what I said earlier, this team needs to score 3+ touchdowns a game. We got to get back to that.
And you're not lying. We really do. Putting your field goal kicker out there 5-6 times a game, that's not going to win you a lot of football games.
Nah.
What we got going on in the chat? Kenny, 4-1. 4-1. Them bums be balling.
Brock can't even carry his bags on the plane right now. He hurt his binky toe.
Well, when it comes to Brock, I kind of feel like don't put him out there if he's hurt. Obviously after week 1, we found out, he's got a toe and a shoulder problem. It's like, okay, well, that probably happened during the game.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously.
Yeah. Playing on that turf. Jammed it. Hurt himself.
And it's like, let's just not put him out there if he's you're going to have aches and pains, but if you're outright hurt, don't go back out there. I mean, in what was it, 2022 in the playoffs, we had no choice because we ran out of QBs and
we didn't have
put him out there with one arm to hand the ball off.
Yeah.
That was sad. Okay.
Yeah.
That was sad. That's football's a violent game. You're gonna get hit. Right.
Sometimes bodies just get hit and don't respond properly.
Was it George Kittle? Was it George Kittle that says that, after you play a football game, it's like getting hit by a car?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that gives you a good idea how these guys feel a couple days for a couple days after that game.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm not a fan of the Thursday night games. No.
Players aren't either. Like no one is, except for the NFL, the league office. It's another day of high ratings for them.
They were talking about bringing in a Friday night game.
And
it's like Saturday you can't do that because college is on. Then you'll be, stepping on their toes here.
Yep.
But so the Buccaneers, buddy, they're next.
Yes, indeed.
We've had some pretty improbable wins this year.
Yeah.
And you can never count this team out.
No.
And this is what I've learned to this point of the season. You cannot count this team out. We're going to Tampa Bay. We're going to have Mac Jones in his knee brace out there. And hopefully we get a little bit of help back, Speaking of getting help back, Malik Mustafa's practice window was opened.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then so it's going to be nice to get him back.
Yeah.
And then we got they did not open George Kittle's, which I've seen some reports saying that we're more or less being very precautious here, and it's probably going to wait another week till next week.
Hamstrings are very tricky.
Mm-hmm.
You can very easily re-injure it. You can injure it worse. Just look at Jacob Cowing, right? Hamstring injury. Tried to come back a little too fast. He wound up tearing his hamstring.
And that's what I'm thinking. They're being very precautious with George.
Yeah, you have to be.
They don't want that to happen.
No, you listen. I've said this about all these players. It's early in the season. Rest them now. Get them healthy now so that when we really need them come November, December, they're ready to go. They're fully healthy. We can have them back. Right? If coaches, make your money. Get paid to use those backups and get them ready for game day so that you rest these injured players and you don't rush them back onto the field.
And this is true. They all have different recovery times.
Yeah.
And Brian, that's right. It doesn't matter who's out there. You just got a win is a win. Right?
As long as they get out there and execute, that's all that counts. They just got to get out there and execute.
Maybe.
That's funny.
That is funny. No, right now he's our third stringer, which is inactive. Oh
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they're not now for some reason. Now, if it's going to take him a while to get back, they're not putting him on injured reserve though.
No.
So that's kind of interesting that they haven't.
Yeah. Because I don't think they really know how bad this injury is and how much the recovery is going to be. And we already have a bunch of guys on IR. You don't want to waste another IR spot because he might wake up tomorrow and be like, man, this thing is fine. I'm good to go. You never know. So
and that's exactly it too. Like in the NFL, you're allowed to carry 3 quarterbacks and just leave the one inactive.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing with Brock right now. We've got Adrian. What's his name? I'm just kidding. It's Adrian Martinez. I say that because
I still don't know why he's on the roster. I still shake my head at that.
Need a body, We had Tanner Mordecai. We had, what was that guy's name? Bradley, one of the
Bradley,
sons, or
Bradley, yeah. But
neither of those guys. I mean,
hold up. But at least Tanner's been here. He knows the system some. He can execute plays, right? If Kyle needed to put him in the game, I'm sure he'd be like, okay, I got this. I know I've seen this kid. I know what he does best. Let me put him in the good position to succeed. And remember that last playoff game he played really good. We got to tip our cap to him. He played really good. So it's like in the situation we are now, that we're in now with both of our quarterbacks banged up, I'd rather just be more comfortable with someone I know versus someone I don't know. Someone I've seen in a game somewhat, you know.
We had Nate Sudfeld for a minute.
I don't even know where he is right now, but
I have no idea where he is right now.
But he didn't, but no, Nate Sudfeld didn't even play for us. He played in the preseason, but he was gone after that third preseason game. It wasn't even the second. Like, he was gone quick. So
now, Bryant, believe it or not, with the performance incentives and everything they put in contracts, if they miss time, they actually are giving us a discount.
Yeah, we are saving money, believe it or not. So it helps.
And Kenny's talking about Adrian Martinez. I saw that too. He didn't look like, it looked like for a minute he was going to go in the game. He was kind of, I thought I saw the Josh Johnson deer in the headlights thing going on.
He definitely had a little deer in the headlights. Looked like, oh my gosh, I might have to go out there.
Deer in the headlights look too, going,
yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, I might have to go out there. And I was like, oh my gosh, he might have to go out there. What the heck?
Is he available? I mean, Rain Tannehill. That's funny. Be like Joe Flacco, announce he's not washed, come in and win 2 games. That's all we need you to do, buddy. Like, that was last year when Joe Flacco did that.
Yeah,
I'm just still living it up. You know, that was hilarious. But all right, folks. So we got the Buccaneers coming up this next week. A tough game. Got to get the win.
Yeah. Should be a tough game, just like last year.
The NFC West, right?
Yeah.
So, and I mean, what I was gonna say what you got going on this week, but we got Niners East Coast red and gold.
Yep,
Wednesday at 8. Is it 8 o'clock Eastern?
8 p.m. Eastern, yes, sir.
5 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
So tune in for that. And you know, I got my pick show on Wednesday. It was a horrible week for a lot of us. I'm not gonna lie. It was just one of those weeks. You know, there's one guy. The winner only had three losses though. He did very well.
Oh man. I had 10.
You did?
Yeah.
I've had 5. Now that's not including like the Chiefs need to. I can't believe I picked them, but the Chiefs need to win tonight. Which it's kind of like look what we had to do. The Jaguars, you know, we pretty much handed them that game. So I just don't.
We did. Yeah.
So. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on for the rest of the week. Don't forget to tune in. Corey Davis 49er Wednesday. It's at 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Every week, folks. Every week. And East Coast Red and Gold, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah. Do that stuff YouTubers say. Like, oh, I'm just... I'm at 212. I haven't gone down to 211 for a week, so
all right,
we're making progress.
Yep.
Hey, I get more view. Like I've been told by many people that I get a lot of views from my subscriber account. Yeah, it's like I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
it's good stuff.
Is what it is. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But everybody have a great week. And, you know, it's always go Niners. Well, as Corey Davis says, go Niners and F all 31 other teams.
Darn tootin'. Stay faithful, everybody.
And like I say, F